Students call it a dangerous policy. We are talking about schools requiring students to wear ID badges at all times.
Yeah, 13 Action News anchor Trisha Keene spoke with a local high schooler about his concern. In this Raising the Bar report, we look at the school district's policy and student rights.
I was born Charlotte Stowers, and female is on my birth certificate.
This is Charlie. He started discovering his identity back in middle school.
And when he was younger, and he was Charlotte, he was a very reserved child. Since he has come out, he's happy. And there's nothing more than a mother could ask for.
Today, Charlie is a sophomore at Las Vegas Academy of the Arts. He says students there are required to wear their ID badge while on campus. That's a concern for trans and gender nonconforming students.
At LVA, I'm very fortunate because some students have rallied and we are now able to put a different name on our student IDs, but that's not for every school.
Charlie knows exactly what it's like to face discrimination after his birth name was exposed to perfect strangers during a cruise this past summer.
The ID was required to have on your person and your legal name was required to be on your ID, so it led to a very rough experience on the cruise.
Charlie says it was so bad after hanging out with other teens, he decided to hide out in his room.
Instead of he, she, whatever, they started calling me it, and laughing at me and ignoring me, and it was terrible.
Even Charlie's school now allows him and other students to use their preferred name on their ID. He admits not everyone is accepting.
The students and some of the staff make LVA a safe place to be, but some of the staff make it not such a great place to be.
Charlie says harassment and bullying are issues that need to be addressed at all Valley schools.
I'm speaking out about this because it's, at the risk of sounding alarmist, this is literally life or death for some kids.
The latest numbers seem to support that idea. A recently published U.S. transgender survey by UCLA says more than 97% of transgender people have thought about suicide. Wesley Joel with the ACLU of Nevada says transgender students need to understand they have rights.
State law protects them from discrimination based on their gender identity or expression.
Students are also protected under Clark County School District policy, which states in part, quote, committed to providing a safe, inclusive, and respectful learning environment for all students, including those with diverse gender identities. 13 Action News reached out to the district, which would not provide someone to go on camera about this issue. But it released a statement, which in part reads, the district has a process that allows students to use their preferred names and gender markers on unofficial records. That includes identification badges. Joel, however, says the district still has a long way to go.
Just getting this policy to protect these transgender and gender nonconforming students was such a battle, and we had educators even coming out against it, and I think it really just depends what school you go to.
Joel encourages anyone facing discrimination from a student, teacher, or administrator to report the issue to the school district. He also says parents need to help.
I think it falls on the parents to really be the advocate for their child. They're going to have to go to the school and make sure that there's a plan in place to deal with the gender issues in play.
But what role do other parents play, if any? We spoke with local mom Jeanette Fernandez, whose son is a student at El Dorado High School. She says all parents are responsible for teaching tolerance.
They have to talk to them and tell them that bullying is not something that we should be doing.
That's exactly how Charlie feels. To fight bigotry, he says, we need to start by acknowledging that it happens.
I don't want people to turn a blind eye to this because it really matters.
All right, that was Trisha Keene reporting. We have all our Raising the Bar stories on our website. We have a section called Raising the Bar at ktnv.com.